Rizzo wanted him back and the learners didn't want to pay him or whatever. So, who knows what's true and what's not. But, it's –
They're mowing through managers.
We knew that it was certainly a possibility after what happened. I mean, that's just, you don't get past the first round. It's been 4 out of 6 years or 4 out of 7 whatever it's been. And, they're going to look to move on. Maybe but they go to a metrics guy. I don't know. But it's not totally surprising.
No, it's not totally surprising. But I'm neutral on it because I like Dusty, and I totally think they could win a World Series with him. Unlike some of the sabermetrics crowd that think he's just incapable, and they look at the postseason failures of the past.
Mm-hmm.
But I also thought he definitely deserved another shot with these guys. But at the same time, if they got somebody, I mean, I'm not saying he's the greatest manager in the world. There are definitely probably people that might be better. I just don't know who's going to take it. You got a 1-year run with this group,
right?
And you got a track record where they go through managers like toilet paper. So you have no. In a position where there is no stability, you have less than no stability here because the max you're going to go is 2 years, and they're going to get rid of it if you don't win a World Series.
And you also don't know what's going to happen with Mike Rizzo because Mike Rizzo's contract's up.
I have no idea.
Right after.
It's up at the end of 2018.
Same year as Murphy and Harp.
And if he's a guy that really went to bat for Dusty and it's ownership that didn't want him, maybe that's one of the final straws. He's going to be attractive to other to be hired. A hot name out there.
Told you to get this before the show, but can you get the conference call, the audio of Mike Rizzo? I didn't buy into, Rizzo was saying it, but it didn't sound like it was coming from the heart, what he was saying. And that was the report. Grant said he had an inside source who told him the night before that Rizzo wanted Dusty back.
Mm-hmm.
And Dusty was not happy because he had to stay in town for like a week only to get canned by the phone.
Look, Dusty wasn't perfect in the playoffs by any stretch, but I don't think any manager is. Ultimately, if his guys...
Your players have to perform.
Yeah, I mean, if Trey Turner didn't hit 143, if Ryan didn't hit 150, if Bryce didn't hit 211, if Daniel Murphy didn't hit 211, if Jason Worth didn't hit 167...
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
The guys failed him. He made some mistakes, but the guys around him did not perform.
Phone number is 800-636-1067. Do you support the move? The Nationals whacked Dusty Bakery last 2 seasons after winning 95 and 97 games.
I think it's probably going to be about 50-50. When we threw out this topic before he was let go and we took calls on it, it was about 50-50.
People I think they disrespect how difficult it is to win 97 games when, how many games did Bryce miss? 50 games? How many games did Trey Turner miss? How many games did Jason Worth miss? I mean, they missed
big chunks of the season.
Huge chunks of the season, and they went out there and just dominated, for the most part, all year long. And then, got cold at the worst possible time. I don't know why that's Dusty's fault, but around here, I guess, and Mike is right. It's gotten to the point where if you don't win a championship, it's not good enough, and that's good. But the problem is, I mean, look at the Orioles. When did the last time the Orioles won a World Series? 1983? It's not easy to win a World Series.
Dodgers haven't won one since 88.
People act like it's easy to win a World Series. It's like next to impossible.
But when you have a very good team that's in the playoffs almost every year, and they've been in it 4 out of the last 6 years, you would think you'd advance one time.
Sure. Well,
now they've had several managers try. The problem was, and I'm kind of lukewarm on it too, I was a Dusty supporter, but him getting whacked, I kind of understand it because I questioned some of the moves. The fact that he's very loyal. You saw that with Jason Worth. Okay, Jason Worth finally had a couple hits in the last game.
Let me just say this. That wasn't just a Dusty decision. We all know for a fact Rizzo was a Jason Worth guy, too.
Understood.
True.
Understood.
That was an organizational decision.
But watching, every inning of that series, there were times where I was like, well, why didn't he go to a pinch hitter here? Why did he, make this pitching change? Why did he go with Solis here? They went out and traded for this bullpen, and then all of a sudden he's got Sammy Solis out there.
That's true, but every manager gets second-guessed.
Right. So, but I'm kind of in the middle because it wouldn't even matter if the guys actually hit like they're capable of hitting.
Exactly.
And they couldn't hit their weight.
Well, that's the same old story for the Nats every playoff season.
It's such a small sample size. I mean, they've gone through 5-game stretches where they just didn't hit the ball.
Yeah.
Now, it was bad timing, but you're also going against a much better team.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing happened to the Cubs. Now, the Cubs pitching wasn't as good as the Nats, but the Cubs were outscored by 20 runs in the Dodgers series. Mm-hmm. It can happen in a short 5 or 7 game series. where your bats just die because
Well-
you're going against really good pitching
Also, just take a look at the Dodgers.
every night.
The Dodgers may win the World Series. A couple months ago, Sports Illustrated called them potentially the greatest team ever. And right after that, they lost, like 15 games in a row?
Yeah, 15
So
out of
for a 2 or
16 out
3
of
week
17.
stretch, they looked like garbage. Couldn't do anything.
Of course.
And now they're going to end up winning the World Series.
And now
It's the
you're
nature
gonna
of the
have
beast.
you're gonna have a manager
Well,
come
wait,
in.
they haven't won the World Series
I
yet.
understand.
Now you're gonna have a manager come in and manage a real veteran group that's got a 1-year run in them. Who's gonna want to do that?
Somebody
Before
who wants a job.
Okay, but it's not necessarily going to be
Somebody
a
wants
former,
a short-term 2-year gig. It's
not.
that.
I don't know. I just don't know
You
what
think
the grading is.
Brad Alsmith doesn't want a job?
Sure. Is that an upgrade over Dusty?
I don't know. I'm just
That
saying.
just seems silly to
It's
me.
not like everyone's going to turn it down.
Not everyone will turn it down, but maybe the elite, maybe the ones you actually want would.